Hey guys, and welcome back to Tremor Trails. Today's trail is going to be a super easy trail, but I wanted to highlight it for one main critical reason. Not only is it beautiful at the top where we're going, but this trail is only 28 miles from both national parks, Teton and Yellowstone. In other words, if you've been down in the national parks and you want to get away from all the crowds and get up to a secluded, nice place to camp with your family within 30 minutes, you can do that. Today's highlighted trail is called Brooks Lake. It should be an easy drive, but a beautiful drive up there. Here's the overview, and then we will go. All right, Brooks Lake, it's really in between the Wind River Range and the Teton Range. There's really not a town around it. If you saw the Flagstaff trail that we filmed, we're really close to that one. The trail itself is only 13.7 miles. It took us about an hour and a half to do it. That's including filming. You can get up to the lake probably in about 20 minutes. The road itself, the main road is going to be super easy gravel road, nothing to contend with. The alternate way out, though, does have a shelf road, has a little bit of mud, and you're going to need hide clearance in a couple little spots. The modes I used was two-wheel drive, and I did use 4-high for a quick second on the alternate route. All right, so the highlights. Man, there are so many up here. Really, you're going to beat the crowds. You're going to be away from all the main tourists, and you're going to have this lake to yourself for the most part. Really, the fishing, the views, it's an incredible spot up here. You can't go wrong with it. Put this one on your list. Please remember that our cameras have stabilizers on them. The hills are not going to appear as steep, and the bumps are not going to be as rough. Also, remember that we view this and every trail at the end of our video. Now let's go look at it. Okay guys, so the first stop is only 5.8 miles from where we started the trail. I have the camera tilted way high so you can see the mountain peak, but I look really tiny in this. Nonetheless, this is the Bonneville Trail, and the Bonneville Trail is just a side shoot of the Brooks Lake Trail. If you happen to be up here trying to camp and you can't find a spot around the lake, just remember that Bonneville has tons of different spots to camp as well, and of course you get views like this. Where I'm at right now is the trailhead, and a lot of hikers will actually park their vehicles here at the trailhead or their horses, and they will go hiking up into the mountains. All right, so the next stop is going to be Brooks Lake, which is an incredible alpine lake nestled in all of these buttes. Let's go check it out. Okay guys, so here we are at Brooks Lake. As you can see from hopefully the drone footage, there are all kinds of different camp spots up here. Full bathrooms. If you're doing an RV, there's RV hookups up here. There's also even a lodge. I think there's 2 lodges up here. So if you want to do horseback riding or get a massage, you can do that as well. Really beautiful place up here. There are tons of spots and tons of different camp spots all along the lake. So even though there's a lot of people up here camping right now, it doesn't feel like they're right on top of you. Just an outstanding place. When I found this, I realized, man, I wanted to film this and show it to you guys because it really is a great alternative if you want to get away from all of the massive crowds that are down in the national parks and get up here into some serenity. Behind me are the Pinnacles. And then I don't know, I think these are called the Buttes. I'm not exactly sure. We're on the northern end of the Wind River Range. All right, so the trail all the way to here is nothing. Any car can do it. However, there is a backdoor trail that's gonna get us back down to the Highway 26. And that is high clearance, off-road only. So I wanna go try that out. So that'll be our last stop of the day. We're gonna take the alternate route back down to the highway and see what we can get into. Thanks for following along so far. While editing this video, I decided to check out this lodge because I figured it could be important information for everybody. Come to find out, that is the Brooks Lake Lodge, and believe it or not, it was rated the #1 lodge in America by National Geographic. It was established in 1922. It's going to be open year-round. Of course, in the summer, you have the spa and the horses. You can go up into these mountains. And in the winter, you can go snowmobiling or skiing. So keep that in mind if you don't want to do the tent and camper route. As far as the whole region goes, we have been up here for a whole week when we filmed this video, just doing different trails all throughout this area. And we have to say that coming away from it, it was one of our most favorite trips as of to date. As far as the trail, we have one stop left. We're going to get to the Wind River Pond, which is really beautiful at the end of this trail. So let's go check it out. All right, guys, the final stop of the day is actually the Wind River Lake. This is beautiful. That scary off-road trail was not much to look at for sure, but don't do that trail if it is wet. They advise you of that too. There was just a little bit of water and I was really sliding right on that shelf road. So just keep that in mind. Other than that, there was no obstacles at all. Like I said so many times in this video already, guys, if you're trying to get away from the crowds that are in the national parks, check out this trail. There are tons of places to camp up in the lakes, and even around this lake right here, I think you can camp as well. This is all forest land. As far as the trail itself, we'll do a quick review on it. Of course, we do fun, fear, technical, and scenery. For fun, it was fun. It's not a challenging trail, and we knew that going in. Really, the fun is getting out there and camping and enjoying the scenery. So for fun, I'm gonna give it a 3. For fear, not fearful road at all. There is a shelf road on this side that we came back down. So because there's a shelf road, you know I'm gonna give it a number 2. That leads us into technical. Nothing technical about this at all. If you have any kind of seat time, you will be fine. The road is super wide. Doing the off-road side of the trail, and of course the other trail, there's nothing to it. So for technical, it's literally just going to be a 1.5. That leads us into scenery. The scenery was really beautiful out here. Being able to check out both of the lakes, which is the north end of the Wind River Range, was beautiful. It's very relaxing. We're heading off in another destination, or we would stay here and probably camp for the night. But that's the reason I want to show this trail to you guys really quick, give you some alternatives if you're out doing the national park thing up in Wyoming and Montana. So for this trail, all in all, because you are in the trees a little bit, but the lake is beautiful, we're gonna give it a rating of a 3.5. Thank you guys so much for following along. We appreciate you so much. If you have any questions or comments, hit me up down below. I will do my best to answer it for you. If you haven't subscribed yet, maybe think about giving us a subscribe. It helps the algorithm and helps more people see these full-size trails that we film. Until next time though, guys, we hope to see you out here on the trails. Bye.